And remember also the minister appearing in Parliament there with NERSA yesterday, saying that electricity prices are untenable, especially when it comes to poor South Africans. And he's saying that, of course, in Parliament, as they were fielding questions on how they arrived at the determination of municipal studies. And remember, this is a very big, talking point. Remember that, even AfriForum took this matter to court when it comes to some of the municipalities that would have hiked the tariffs without doing a cost of supply study. Now, this is quite a critical study, especially when it comes to how then do you arrive at a certain tariff hike that you would have granted the different municipalities. So certainly this is still the big talking point. NERSA telling Parliament yesterday that this has had a negative impact on the industry. But when it comes to the issue of the cost of electricity, is it something that can be done quickly, resolved quickly? Is there a quick solution to address this issue of electricity hike issues in South Africa? Can we see this happen speedily? Let's speak to Government and Revenue Management expert Miyelani Holeni, who is joining us live now. Miyelani, thank you so much for your time and good afternoon to you. There's no doubt that the cost of living crisis is impacting on people's pockets, but is there a quick fix when it comes to addressing the issue of high electricity tariffs?
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the listeners. The answer is that there is no quick fix. We want to also note that, the minister is obviously putting forward some ideas to try and reduce the impact of the high tariffs. The tariff, in the way that it has gone up, is over 450% since the advent of load shedding. The other issue is that the reduction in terms of whatever the proposals that were made of, putting off the carbon credits or the compliance with carbon credits, as well as Eskom absorbing some of the debt, only amounts to about 5% of what the tariff reduction could be, which is not giving much back to the consumers. So the short-term solutions that are being put forward are obviously the beginning of a conversation, but the bigger issue goes back to the structure, which is used to price electricity in its totality.
And I'd like to stay with the issue of the structure, because even in that particular court case that we saw just recently, we saw that, some municipalities, for example, didn't even get to do cost of supply studies, for example. Is this a step that they can afford to skip when it comes to the determination of, the tariffs? Miyelani? All right, it seems like we've lost Miyelani Holeni there, who's the Government and Revenue Management expert, as we talk about this issue of, the steep electricity tariffs. And, as he talks about the fact that right now, government is starting the conversation through the minister. And this is something that the minister has been speaking about over time, to say that while you do have all of these, processes in place, you also need to ensure that you look at the issue of making sure that the cost of electricity is one that is affordable for a lot of South Africans. But then you think about the issue of indigent policies, for example. Is there an added cushion that can be put in place for some of those who are simply not able to afford electricity, but also at the same time, illegal connections that exacerbates the problem. The fact that municipalities are also owing Eskom, that's another issue as well. So certainly a conversation we hope to circle back to.